Hello, everyone, and welcome to the program. This is Business Morning, Thursday, March the 2nd. I am Bosin Amafaye, and we're live to you today from Nigeria's political capital, Abuja. Let's get the next 1 hour together as usual. Almost all female business club I've got lined up over the next 1 hour for you on the programming. So it's a very special day. But let's get started with what is making history. The Buhari's administration makes history today with the listing of the first Eurobond, a dollar-denominated Eurobond, on the Nigerian market. This is the first time in the country's history. $1 billion is what the Nigerian Stock Exchange will admit later today towards the end of the market. And that will be a major development for this administration that promised about 3 weeks ago to list the Eurobond on the local stock exchange, two exchanges, securities exchanges. The NSE will flag it off today, and tomorrow the FMDQ OTC Securities Exchange will also have the honor of this landmark listing. So we're going to put the two together today as we look at the next 48 hours together of this very important event. And after the closing bell, the debt management office in the stock exchange will sit together with the Ministry of Finance officials to talk to the market about this bond, Eurobond, and that's called Facts Behind the Listing. That will be from 2:30. You want to be part of that, you can check in at the stock exchange for that today. It's also today the World Book Day. Why do we need to set aside a special day for books? And of course, the idea is to make sure that authors around the world are celebrated, including their work, their good work, the books they write, and to encourage more people to read books. So it's a day that's celebrated in some 100 countries around the world. And we have a guest in our studios in Lagos who is a smart money woman, who is an author, and someone who will be talking to us about the World Book Day and two specific areas she'll be covering for us. Of course, Arese will be talking about what business people should be reading at this time of economic recession, and what Nigeria's political leaders, what books should they also be reading to manage the economy. And of course, if you want to learn a few ideas about making money, getting smart in this recession, then you need to listen to Arese Ogo at about 10:30, about 30 minutes or thereabout. She'll be live to us to share her thoughts with us on this World Book Day. Meantime, let's check with the markets. The second day for the stock market, our market here, down for the second day. There's no surprise. It was all action at the Treasury bond market, with the central bank selling about 300 billion naira. So investors took a bit of a backseat starting the new month of March by about 0.5%, 25,183 reading on the all-share index at the end of trading. The market shaved off a few billions of naira despite those earnings that were sweet starting the week from Zenith Bank, then later from Dangote Cement. But the market managed to get a 1% on the oil and gas on a Wednesday. Consumer goods fell back 1.27%. Oil and gas was good essentially because Seplat managed 3%. The market was down yesterday. If we flip that over and look at the primary indicators for the market, the volume, the value, and the number of transactions that were done on the exchange, in terms of turnover, were down 48.7% to 228. On Tuesday, we did almost 450 million shares. In naira value, we're also down for about 3.3 billion on Tuesday to 2.39 billion yesterday, the first trading day in March. And in terms of transactions, what you call the total deals, that's about 3,335 on Tuesday. That was down almost 1,000 deals to 2,958 at the closing bell on Wednesday. The currencies market is really where most of the action is. The local currency unit, the naira, firmed up 4.46 against the British pound, now 535 at the parallel market, flat against the dollar, 455. And the supranational European currency, the euro, 460 on the street. At the interbank market, on change 305.50, at the interbank OTC market, but against the pound and the euro, the naira appreciated 0.08 and 0.75. Now, look at the fixed income market. Let's move on quickly to the treasuries and the bonds, where it was all bullish activities at the secondary window on the day that the central bank also did a massive auction. Look at the treasury bills auction on Wednesday. The central bank fully allotted 26 billion, 62 billion, and 222 billion in 364 treasury bills. But that's the secondary window there for trading at the FMDQ OTC Securities Exchange. And you can see the numbers there for you: 216 deals for bills maturing 30th of March 2017. That's quite significant. Okay, let's move on to the to the next page, and you can see the total transactions for treasury bills there in a bit of a summary very quickly. 828. It was also bullish, as I said, at the bond market, where we saw a big sum of actions, 13.2 billion, almost 120 transactions on Wednesday, and you can see the 2026 paper, 82.3 price high in 30 days, 3.90 billion naira. That's quite heavy. So today, as we said, is the listing of the $1 billion Eurobond on the Nigerian Stock Exchange. But tomorrow, the FMDQ OTC will be the one to get that listing on its board. So let's bring in Tumi Sekoni, who is a vice president in charge of marketing and business development at FMDQ OTC Securities Exchange, to talk to us from Lagos. Tumi, good morning.
Good morning, Bosan. How are you?
Yes, it's good to see you. I'm sure you folks are really, everyone is looking forward to this. Tell us about this inaugural listing of the Eurobond on a domestic securities exchange.